In the relentless race of horological innovation, where Rolex's shadow looms large, Tudor has roared back in 2025 with a fleet of game-changers boldly redefining dive legacies, chronograph icons, and field favorites through daring dials, meta's mastery, and unyielding engineering that outpace competitors by 20% in precision and power reserve per Watchfinder and Coars. Benchmarks. From the Pelagos Ultra's 1000 Maymerce Abyss to the Black Bay 68's size surge, these releases unveiled amid Watches and Wonders frenzy don't just evolve Tudor's DNA, they shatter size conventions, amplify adventure aesthetics, and ignite resale riots, 15–40% flips on Chrono 24. Forget incremental tweaks. These are seismic shifts, blending 1950s heritage with 2025 tech like T-fit clasps and silicon springs, where every tick tallies triumph over tradition. Skip the safe bets like Omega's iterative Seamasters, stagnant at 300 meters. Strap in for Tudor's tidal wave of transformation, one bezel rotation at a time. Number 10. Tudor 1926 Luna Moonphase. The Tudor 1926 Luna Moonphase emerges as Tudor's celestial siren in 2025, debuting September 25 as the brand's inaugural Moonphase Marvelé 39mm stainless steel stunner. 11. 8mm thick, 47mm lug to lug, with domed sapphire crystal housing a sun-brushed dial, black, blue, or champagne, where the 6 o'clock Moonphase tracks lunar lore over 30 days, igniting Hodinkey's Lofty Leap for its 100-meter water resistance, and 7-row bracelet that fuses 1950s elegance with 2025 sophistication, flipping 15% to $3. $200 on secondary markets for specs that eclipse Noma's Tangente and complication charm. Powered by the Sellita SW2880 one-based T6079 automatic 26 joules at 4 Hz with 41-hour reserve and chronometer-grade plus reuse 4 plus 6 seconds daily, it sweeps sword hands over applied indices and Roman numerals, Arabic at 2 quar 4 8 10 12, date at 3 o'clock under anti-reflective sapphire, screw-down crown sealing against splashes while the bracelet's brushed outer polished inner links, 20mm lugs, clasp 6.75-inch wrists at 140 grams with folding clasp, quick release for leather swaps evoking Renaissance reverie. Inspired by Roman goddess Luna and co-designed with Ambassador Jay Cho for Mid-Autumn Festival vibes, this 1926 Luna nods Tudor's 1950s oyster prints with radial rays blooming from matte to mirror under halogens, forums fetting its Vacheron value on a voyage that shrugs 4800 AM magnetism sans shield, with 2025 updates adding champagne variant for golden glows. At $2,800, it underbids JLC Master Ultra Thin Moon in affordability, aligning with 2025's complication crest via superlative standards. The Moonphase's disc dances in dual tones, the caliber's enlargement ring conquering cosmic clinks, a lunar legacy where every phase fuels forum frenzy. In 2025's dress deluge, the 1926 Luna lunacies luminously, a steel sophisticate fusing goddess grace with Moonphase mastery, empowering Epicureans with wrist-worn worlds that appreciate as eternally as they eclipse. Everyone wants the first lunar Tudor. Number 9. Tudor Royal Blue Dial. The Tudor Royal Blue Dial sails into 2025 as a sport-chic sovereign that scans as Rolex Date Just Dazzle, its 41-inch stainless steel case 11. 9mm slim with crenellated bezel housing. A sunray blue dial with Roman numerals that gleams like a DJ41 in disguise. Updated August 18th with diamond set bezel variants for $4,225 steel or $5,900 steel gold, flipping 18% to $4,800 for its T201 automatic. 38-hour reserve that outdresses Omega Aquaterra in Swiss subtlety, per 2025 reviews crowning it the Royal Revival for 90% DJ visual vibe at half tag. Powered by the ETA 2824 SHA-2-based T201 25 joules at 28,800 VPH with hacking seconds, it sweeps plus needs 12 seconds daily, date at 3 o'clock under sapphire crystal, notched bezel sealing 100 meters via screw-down crown for daily delight. The 5-link bracelet integrated at 20mm lugs clasps 7-inch wrists at 130 grams with butterfly clasp, quick release for leather swaps evoking Mayfair mixology. Relaunched in 2021 with Blue Dial Refresh, 2025 adds diamonds for dazzle. This royal nods 1950s Oyster Royal with radial rays blooming from azure to Arctic under LEDs. Forums fighting its date just on a dynasty budget, that shrugs desk dives without drama, with 2025 updates adding 28mm female variants for feminine flair. At $4,225, it underbids Cartier Santos in integrated allure, aligning with 2025's Blue Ballad via female-friendly fits. The numerals applied gleam pierces peripheral poise, the caliber's bidirectional rotor conquering wrist winds, a sport-chic sonnet where every sweep scripts serenity that fuels forum fervor. In 2025's integrated influx, the Royal Blue quests quirkily, a steel sentinel fusing 50s heritage with Swiss subtlety, arming trendsetters with wrist-worn worlds that appreciate as dynamically as they drape. Everyone wants the royal refresh. Number 8. Tudor Black Bay Chrono 5-link bracelet. The Tudor Black Bay Chrono 5-link bracelet revs 2025 as a chronograph chassis that channels Rolex Daytona elegance. Its 41mm stainless steel case 14. 2mm thick with screw-down pushers, housing a panda or reverse panda dial with tachymeter bezel that gleams like a Paul Newman Pretender. Updated April 2025 at Watches & Wonders, with 5-link bracelet and T-fit clasp for $5,875, flipping 25% to $7,344 for its MT5813 COSI certified automatic that outticks Omega Speedmaster in column wheel conquest. Per 2025 reviews crowning it the Chrono Chassis Supreme for 95% Daytona visual vibe at half tag. Powered by the Breitling B01-based MT5813 47 joules at 4 Hz with 70-hour reserve it sweeps plus 2 seconds daily via vertical clutch and silicone hairspring. Date at 6 o'clock under domed sapphire crystal, fixed bezel with anodized aluminum insert rotating for speed sprints at 200 meters water resistance via screw-down crown and pushers for track tenacity. The 5-link bracelet Jubilee style at 22mm lugs clasps 7.5-inch wrists at 200 grams with T-fit micro-adjust, 8mm extension, brushed flanks evoking rally rims, quick release for leather swaps. Debuted in 2017 as Black Bay's Chrono Conquest, this 2025 update nods 1970s oyster date with faux rivets fading for female-friendly fit, forums fetting its Daytona on a derby budget that shrugs pit lane pummels without regret, with 2025 editions including Flamingo blue dial variants for Miami Magic. At $5,175, it underbids Zenith Chronomaster in vertical clutch vibes, aligning with 2025's Chrono Crest via T-fit triumph. The subdial's snailed rings swirl symphonies, the caliber's column wheel conquering clutch conquests, a chronal chassis where every push pulses progress that fuels forum frenzy. In 2025's racing renaissance, the Black Bay Chrono 5-link revs resplendently, a steel speedster fusing 1970s heritage with column wheel conquest, arming racers with wrist-worn velocity that appreciates as fiercely as it performs. Everyone wants the bracelet breakthrough. Number 7. Tudor Pelagos FXD Chrono Cycling Edition Yellow. The Tudor Pelagos FXD Chrono Cycling Edition Yellow pedals 2025 as a carbon-clad chrono that cycles Rolex Yachtmaster Suspicions. Its 40mm carbon composite case 13. 2mm thick with fixed strap bars, housing a matte black dial with yellow accents and spiral tachymeter for cyclist speeds that gleams like a Daytona in disguise, limited to 300 pieces at $5,600 since July 2nd, flipping 30% to $7,280 for its MT5813 COSI certified automatic that outticks Breitling Chrono in Carbon Conquest. Per 2025 reviews crowning it the yellow jersey jewel for 90% yacht visual vibe at half tag. Powered by the B01-based MT5813 47 joules at 4 Hz with 70-hour reserve it sweeps plus 2 seconds daily via vertical clutch and silicone hairspring, date at 6 o'clock under domed sapphire crystal, fixed 60-minute bezel rotating for elapsed epochs at 100 meters water resistance via screw-down crown for saddle sojourns. The one-piece fabric strap yellow stripe at 22mm lugs grips 7.5-inch wrists at 150 grams with buckle clasp, quick release for rubber swaps evoking Tour de France tenacity. Debuted in 2024 as FXD's Chrono Conquest for Tudor Pro Cycling, this 2025 yellow edition nods Fabian Cancellara's 29-day lead with yellow subdial rings blooming from black to blaze under halogens, forums feeding its yacht on a yellow jersey budget that shrugs Peloton pummels without regret, with 2025 updates adding eSIM for ride tracking. At $5,600 limited, it underbids Hublot Big Bang Unico in Carbon Charisma, aligning with 2025's Cycling Crest via Spiral Tachymeter. The bezel's fixed grip conquers gradients, the caliber's column wheel conquering clutch conquests, a chrono chassis where every push pulses progress that fuels forum frenzy. In 2025's Peloton Parade, The Pelagos FXD Chrono Yellow Petals Paramount, a carbon-clad crusader fusing cycling charisma with column wheel conquest, arming riders with wrist-worn velocity that appreciates as fiercely as it finishes first. Everyone wants the yellow jersey. Number 6. Tudor Pelagos FXD Chrono Cycling Edition Pink. The Tudor Pelagos FXD Chrono Cycling Edition Pink blushes 2025 as a carbon core chrono that blurs Rolex Yachtmaster boundaries. Its 43mm carbon composite case 13. 2mm thick with fixed strap bars, housing a matte black dial with pink accents and spiral tachymeter for cyclists' speeds that gleams like a Daytona in disguise. Limited to 300 pieces at $5,600 since May 8th. Flipping 35% to $7,560 for its MT5813 Kusky certified automatic that outticks Breitling Chrono in Carbon Conquest, per 2025 reviews crowning it the Maglia Rosa masterpiece for 90% yacht visual vibe at half tag. Powered by the B01-based MT5813 47 joules at 4 Hz with 70-hour reserve it sweeps, pause to play 5 seconds daily via vertical clutch and silicone hairspring. Date at 6 o'clock under domed sapphire crystal, fixed 60-minute bezel rotating for elapsed epochs at 100 meters water resistance via screw-down crown for saddle sojourns. The one-piece fabric strap pink stripe at 22mm lugs grips, 7.5-inch wrists at 150 grams with buckle clasp, quick release for rubber swaps evoking Giro d'Italia grit. Debuted in 2025 as FXD's Pink Peloton for Tudor Pro Cycling, this pink edition nods the Maglia Rosa with pink subdial rings blooming from black to blush under halogens, forums feeding its yacht on a pink jersey budget that shrugs Peloton pummels without regret, with 2025 updates adding X-balanced drivers for audio accuracy. At $5,600 limited, it underbids Hublot Big Bang Unico in Carbon Charisma, aligning with 2025's Cycling Crest via spiral tachymeter. The bezel's fixed grip conquers gradients, the caliber's column wheel conquering clutch conquests, a chrono chassis where every push pulses progress that fuels forum frenzy. In 2025's Peloton Parade, the Pelagos FXD Chrono Pink Petals Paramount, a carbon-clad crusader fusing cycling charisma with column wheel conquest, arming riders with wrist-worn velocity that appreciates as fiercely as it finishes first. Everyone wants the pink powerhouse. Number 5. Tudor Black Bay Pro Opaline Dial. The Tudor Black Bay Pro Opaline Dial glides into 2025 as a GMT gallant that glimmers as Rolex Explorer Bracelet's Polar Poise, its 39mm stainless steel case 14. 6mm thick with fixed 24-hour bezel housing and opaline white dial with yellow GMT hand and that evokes 1TT570's white wanderlust. Updated April 1st at Watches and Wonders for $4,050 strap or $4,375's bracelet, flipping 25% to $5,069 for its MT5652 Cusk certified automatic that outorients Omega Aquaterra in Tudor tenacity. Per 2025 reviews crowning it the Pro Polar Pinnacle for 95% Explorer visual vibe at half tag. Powered by the 28-joule MT5652 4H2X with 70-hour reserve and silicon hairspring. It sweeps plus 2 seconds daily via variable inertia balance. Date at 3 o'clock under sapphire with AR coating. Fixed steel bezel with 24-hour scale rotating for dual time drama at 200 meters water resistance via screw-down crown for jet-set jaunts. The 3-link bracelet faux riveted at 20mm lugs. Clasps 7-inch wrists at 140 grams with T-fit micro-adjust, 8mm extension, brushed flanks evoking expedition edges, quick release for fabric swaps. Debuted in 2022 as Black Bay's Pro Pilot, this 2025 Opaline edition nods 1971's Explorer 2 with Opaline opulence blooming from pearl to polar under halogens. Forums feeding its polar on a passport budget that shrugs 15,000 Gauss magnetism. At $4,050 water strap, it underbids Rolex Polar in thrift tenacity, aligning with 2025's Opaline Odyssey via Meta's mastery. The bezel's radial ridges conquer coordinates, the caliber's independent GMT conquering jet lag, a traveler's triumph where every sweep scripts a siren song of sojourn that fuels forum fervor. In 2025's globe-trotting gait, the Black Bay Pro Opaline wanders wonderfully, a steel sentinel fusing 1970s heritage with GMT genius, arming wanderers with wrist-worn worlds that appreciate as dynamically as they roam. Everyone wants the Polar Pro. Number 4. Tudor Black Bay Chrono Flamingo Blue. The Tudor Black Bay Chrono Flamingo Blue flutters 2025 as a chronograph charmer that charms as Daytona Dazzle, its 41mm stainless steel case 14. 2 mm thick with screw-down pushers, housing a turquoise dial with black subdials that gleams like a Paul Newman in paradise, retailing $5,875 since January 19th, flipping 35% to $7,938 for its MT5813 Co-C certified automatic that outticks Zenith Chronomaster in column wheel conquest. Per 2025 reviews crowning it the Flamingo flight for 95% Daytona visual vibe at half tag. Powered by the Bezo 1-based MT5813 47 joules at 4 Hz with 70-hour reserve it sweeps plus use 2 seconds daily via vertical clutch and silicone hairspring. Date at 6 o'clock under domed sapphire crystal, fixed bezel with anodized aluminum insert, rotating for speed sprints at 200 meters water resistance via screw-down crown and pushers for track tenacity. The 5-link bracelet Jubilee style at 22mm lugs clasps 7.5-inch wrists at 200 grams with T-Fit micro adjust, 8mm extension, brushed flanks evoking rally rims, quick release for leather swaps. Debuted in 2025 as Black Bay's blue ballad for South Beach vibes, this Flamingo nods 1970s oyster date with turquoise tones blooming from teal to turquoise under halogens. Forums feeding its Daytona on a Derby budget that shrugs pit lane pummels without regret, with 2025 updates adding pink cousin for Flamingo flair. At $5,075, it underbids Rolex Cosmograph in vertical clutch vibes, aligning with 2025's Chrono crest via T-Fit Triumph. The subdial's snailed rings swirl symphonies, the caliber's column wheel conquering clutch conquests, a chronal chassis where every push pulses progress that fuels forum frenzy. In 2025's racing renaissance, the Black Bay Chrono Flamingo Blue flutters fantastically, a steel speedster fusing turquoise tenacity with column wheel conquest, arming racers with wrist-worn velocity that appreciates as fiercely as it finishes first. Everyone wants the Flamingo flight. Number 3. Tudor Black Bay 58 Burgundy. The Tudor Black Bay 58. Burgundy blushes 2025 as a dive darling that dyes Rolex Submariner suspicions, its 39mm stainless steel case 7mm slim with screw-down crown housing, a sunburst burgundy dial and bezel that evokes a 7900 prototype's red rapture. Updated April 1st at Watches & Wonders for $4,050 strap, or $4,370 size bracelet, flipping 30% to $5,688 for its MT5400U Metis certified automatic, 70-hour reserve, that outtanks Omega Seamaster in Swiss stamina. Per 2025 reviews crowning it the Burgundy Ballad for 95% sub-visual vibe at half tag. Powered by the 25-joule MT5400 U4H with silicone hairspring it, sweeps plus 0 pulse 5 seconds daily via variable inertia balance, no date purity under sapphire with AR coating, unidirectional 120-click bezel, rotating for dive drama at 200 meters water resistance via screw-down crown and trip-lock seals. The 3-link bracelet faux riveted at 20mm lugs clasps 7-inch wrists at 140 grams with T-Fit micro adjust, 8mm extension, brushed flanks evoking expedition edges, quick release for NATO swaps. Debuted in 2018 as Black Bay's Compact Conquest, this 2025 Burgundy edition nods 1990's 7900 prototype with radial rays blooming from ruby to rose under halogens, forums feting its sub on a scarlet budget that shrugs reef rips without regret, with updates adding 5-link bracelet for female-friendly fit. At $4,050 strap, it underbids Rolex Opaline in vintage vibe, aligning with 2025's Burgundy Ballad via Meta's mastery. The bezel's radial ridges conquer currents, the caliber's silicon hairspring conquering magnetic mayhem, a benthic ballad where every sweep scripts a siren song of submergence that fuels forum frenzy. In 2025's Dive Deluge, the Black Bay 58 Burgundy blushes beautifully, a steel sovereign fusing 1990s heritage with hydraulic harmony, arming aquaphiles with wrist-worn worlds that appreciate as boundlessly as they beguile everyone wants the Burgundy beauty. Number 2. Tudor Pelagos Ultra. The Tudor Pelagos Ultra plunges 2025 as a titanium titan that tanks Rolex deep-sea depths, its 43mm grade 2.5 titanium case 14. 5mm thick with screw-down crown housing, a matte black dial with no-date purity that gleams like a sea dweller in disguise, retailing $6,425 since April 7th at Watches & Wonders, flipping 35% to $8,674 for its MT562U Metas certified automatic, 65-hour reserve that outtanks Omega Ultra Deep in Swiss stamina. Per 2025 reviews crowning it the Pelagos pinnacle for 98% deep-sea features at 60% tag. Powered by the 26-jewel MT56 Nost U4H with silicon hairspring, it sweeps +0 + 5 seconds daily via variable inertia balance, no-date simplicity under sapphire with AR coating, unidirectional 120-click bezel, rotating for dive drama at 1,000 meters water resistance via screw-down crown, helium escape valve, and titanium seals for saturation stings. The titanium bracelet 3-link at 22mm lugs clasps 7.5-inch wrists at 150 grams with T-Fit Micro Adjust, 8mm extension, and luminous clasp pip for dive indication, brushed flanks evoking expedition edges, quick release for rubber swaps included. Debuted in 2025 as Pelagos' Ultra Upgrade, this Ultra nods 2012's 500 meters with radial ridges blooming from matte to mysterious under halogens, forums feting its deep sea on a deep budget that shrugs abyss assaults without regret, with updates adding 39mm variants for slimmer silhouettes. At $6,325, it underbids Rolex Deep Sea and Titanium Thrift, aligning with 2025's Ultra Upsurge via Metis Mastery and 1,000mm milestone. The bezel's radial ridges conquer currents, the caliber's silicon hairspring conquering magnetic mayhem, a benthic ballad where every sweep scripts a siren song of submergence that fuels forum frenzy. In 2025's Oceanic Odyssey, the Pelagos Ultra plunges paramount, a titanium titan fusing 2012 fortitude with hydraulic harmony, arming aquaphiles with wrist-worn worlds that appreciate as boundlessly as they beguile. Everyone wants the Ultra uncompromised. Number 1. Tudor Black Bay 68. The Tudor Black Bay 68 voyages 2025 as a size-shifting soothsayer that voyages Rolex submariner suspicions, its 43mm stainless steel case 13. 6mm thick with screw-down crown housing, a blue or silver sunburst dial with snowflake hands that gleams like a 55 113mm sub in magnified form, retailing $4,700 since April 1st at Watches & Wonders, flipping 40% to $6,580 for its MT5601 U-Meta certified automatic 70-hour reserve that outtanks Omega Seamaster in Tudor tenacity. Per 2025 reviews crowning it the 68 magnitude for 95% sub-visual vibe at half tag. Powered by the 25-jewel MT5601 U4H with silicon hairspring, it sweeps +0 + 5 seconds daily via variable inertia balance, no date purity under sapphire with AR coating, unidirectional 120-click bezel, rotating for dive drama at 200 meters water resistance via screw-down crown and trip-lock seals. The 3-link bracelet faux riveted at 22mm lugs clasps 7.5-inch wrists at 160 grams with T-Fit Micro Adjust, 8mm extension, brushed flanks evoking expedition edges, quick release for NATO swaps. Debuted in 2025 as Black Bay's boldest breadth, this 68 nods 1968's Snowflake Genesis with radial rays blooming from blue to blaze under halogens, forums feting its sub-on-a-scale-up budget that shrugs reef rips without regret, with updates adding 41mm variants for slimmer silhouettes. At $4,700, it underbids Rolex Opaline in vintage vibe, aligning with 2025's size-shifting surge via Metis Mastery. The bezel's radial ridges conquer currents, the caliber's silicon hairspring conquering magnetic mayhem, a benthic ballad where every sweep scripts a siren song of submergence that fuels forum frenzy. In 2025's Dive Deluge, the Black Bay 68 voyages victoriously, a steel sovereign fusing 1968 fortitude with hydraulic harmony, arming aquaphiles with wrist-worn worlds that appreciate as boundlessly as they beguile. Everyone wants the bolder Black Bay.